8th grade, Division I, state championship. The old gold helmets and pants, the purple shirts. Johnson County Middle School, the black pants, black helmets, and gold shirts. Kedley kicks it off. Bobbled at the 35, picked up. Over here on the near side, he's going to be hemmed in and dropped at about the 29-yard line. Bryan Station High School. This is game number 4 of 4 of the state championship finals. The Bowling Green Purples, the Johnson County Golden Eagles. This one, William Warfield. I had to turn around and look, see who's my color man this game. They pulled a fast one on me in game 3 a while ago. They switched.
You know, I wanted to be a part of this game. You know, we got a lot of people down in Eastern Kentucky watching this, and a lot of people down in Bowling Green also watching this tonight. But I want to send a shout-out to the watching in studio and tweeting things out for us. Kyle, one of those guys down there. But we're thinking about you guys, and good luck tonight.
Scrimmage to number, is that Tisdale? Number 75 for the Golden Eagles, Andrew Clifton on the tackle. I believe that was Vito Tisdale.
Beautiful fall night and big championship on the line tonight.
Well, we've had 2 of the previous 3 games come right down to the final.
Defense won the first 2.
They pitch it back to Tisdale. He has a crease. He's at the 40. The 45 dropped inside Johnson County territory. A flag, and I saw it fly from here's the near side official.
It's usually a blocking or holding.
All play through is an illegal formation. Means they didn't have enough men on the line of scrimmage.
Johnson County catches a little this one out.
Boy, and Tisdale, I made a comment on the air the other night, and a friend of mine in the business texted me back. That's a big statement. Blue Tisdale was pretty doggone fast. Well, I asked him if he had seen the Bowling Green Middle School team play, and he said no. And Vito might be a little bit faster than Blue. They turn. Here's Tisdale again. Nice move to get around the corner. He's at the 40, 45, 50. Johnson County 40 makes a step inside. He's at the 13, 10, 5. Touchdown, Bowling Green, and not a flag in sight.
Right on cue, too.
Vito said, hey, you call my big run back on the first play. Watch this. That might have been better than the run.
Yes, sir.
And it's quickly 6-0.
This young man, and showcasing his skills today. He's going to be a big-time player.
And his brother, Blue, was an. And folks in 5A, get ready. He's on his way next season. Here's a pass for the 2-point conversion. Income of his intended receiver was the quarterback, Max Payne, and I didn't see who was trying to throw it to. Tiny, did you catch the number?
It was over in the corner, kind of in
looks
the
like number
spot.
Is that 26? Ivan Dabrocki, I would assume. Yes, that's who it was. 6-0 with a 6:36. Off to a rousing start with Vito Tisdale. But hold the phone, I'll tell you this, of their own right, by the name of Cody Rice.
Hey, there's no phones up here. Maybe you should come up with hold the stream.
No, you have got one in my pocket. So hold the cell phone. Is that what you're angling for there, Mr. Warfield?
Might give us a little love.
I go back to the old saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Well, I realize that.
This is Tackett for Johnson County. Rice Tackett on the return. Got upended by number 12, Kendall Pearson for Bowl Yard line. 1st and 10. We're a minute 28 into this one, and already excitement. Vito Tisdale, number 1 for Bowling Green.
Well, hey, check this out. Next year, we're going to take a little road trip down to Johnson County.
Okay.
We've got a game scheduled, Lexington Catholic at Johnson County next year for high school football.
Johnson Central.
Yeah, Johnson Central, that's right.
Yep, they give it off on the delay. This is Rice, 2nd down and 9. If the Belfry folks are listening still to us and watching online, a date with you guys.
That's right. We need to go down to Pond Creek and hit up Johnson Central.
Well, I'll tell you what, the lady I work with in a school here in Central Kentucky who's an alum of Belfry, she told me You got to get it right. If you're coming down, you can this country. That's exactly her terms. I said, yes, ma'am. Here's the option pitch. Back to Rice. He'll cut it inside, and he's straightened up by Tisdale.
Yeah, he got.
Wow, what a play by Tisdale.
You have to have vision to see that because obviously our camera guy didn't have the right vision, but Tisdale definitely right on that play.
Came out of nowhere from his inside spot to make the play, and Cody Rice had nowhere to go. A loss of 2. It'll be 3rd and 12 now for Johnson County going away, but
hey, we want to give a shout out to a title sponsor here on the network, White, Greer, and Maggard Orthodontics. For all your orthodontics needs, that's White, Greer, and Maggard Orthodontics. Use our hashtag tonight on this game. We'll appreciate that, and this broadcast would not be possible without them.
They give it off again on the. He's at the 50, 45, 40. Lowers his shoulder with Tisdale.
He tried that.
Well, I had heard some of the Bowling Green people talking yesterday, William, on one of my ventures down towards the hospitality area, and at very many levels of sports in Kentucky, or as good athletically. Mm-hmm. And think about all the athletes who came through Bowling Green just alone, especially in the last 10 years. Tisdale has a headache, it looks like, as he's over here on the sideline. 1st and 10. Nice job by Priest pulling it out on the triple option. To the fullback, Tackett.
Well, you know, I like Johnson County's style right now. They're not backing down at all against this Bowling Green team.
Right off the jump.
They sure did.
And they're answering back. Tackett gets 5 down to the 32-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 5 for the Golden Eagles.
Tweet at us, folks, at PrepSpin. Check us out on Instagram, and if you're on YouTube, subscribe to our channel. We appreciate all the support.
4 minutes, 30 seconds to play. First quarter, 6-0. Bowling.
Yes,
10,
sir.
5. Touchdown, Johnson County.
Mr. Tackett found the end zone.
We're tied at the side of that offensive line, opened up a huge hole. 53, the left tackle, Hunter McLeod. The left guard, keep moving the huddle back. The left guard is 52, Ronnie Pack. A big hole on that left side. The tight end lined up with there looks like. Actually, I'm wrong. That's actually Austin Wilder. Priest will go down. Possession of the ball game. Both teams have failed at 2-point conversions. We're 3 minutes, 47 seconds into this one. We're tied at 6. Buckle your seatbelts. I think we're in for a wild one. Johnson County, Bowling Green, Division I, 8th grade state championship on PrepSpin.com.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's Restaurants after my games. Check 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of, as a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
Well, I told our fans, Tiny and William, I got a makeshift one on my seat up here. This is ridiculous. I mean, my goodness, some athletes all over the field.
You called it the main event earlier.
Oh, boy. Here's a return for Bowling Green from the 40. He's going to get up to the 45. Tough run by Antonio Barbie for Bowling Green. And I'm not joking, guys. I mean, this one could be a wild ride. It could be taken at any kind of amusement park.
Well, you know, that Belfry game earlier today.
That was pretty good, but this
one
was
a really good game.
Yeah, I'm serious. This one could have the first one to 50. That's a lot of points.
Well, that's not saying too
not saying much about the defense, but that's how talented. Timeout, Johnson County. We'll take it with them. We'll take a 30-second break on PrepSpin.com.
Knight Ritzy wants to send a shot. Cuz Vito Tisdale, number 1. Put in the work, cuz, is what he says.
Unfortunately, I'm standing here looking at Vito. He ain't little. Maybe. Physicalness? No, I may say yes, sir, to him, too. That's a big boy. Had a lot of fireworks in this one. They give it off up the middle to the fullback, who battles down actually the midfield, and a late flag from the back judge, and he gets the longest toss of a flag in this one. A 15-yard face mask penalty. County moves it from the 50-yard line down to the 35-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Actually gave him the 34, so they hadn't spotted the ball yet. I assumed it was at the 50. But nonetheless, it's 1st down, Bowling Green in Johnson County territory at the 34 line of the Golden Eagles. They give it off deep. This is number 9, Evan Spader. It's about 6 down to the 33-yard line. On the tackle, Andrew Clifton for the Golden Eagles, along with the linebacker for Johnson County. Bryce Tackett. Tisdale out to the left side. He has space. And he goes 28 yards for the touchdown for Bowling Green. 2 scores.
Such an athlete, man, like you said.
I'm going way out on a limb. When he gets to the high two, I guarantee you he's the anchor for the Bowling Green 4x4 or even 4x100. Oh, my goodness. So it's Bowling Green 12. 6 with 3:07 to play. We've had 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns. They give it up the middle. This is Spader. Okay, we've had three touchdowns, and so far 3:07 to play, first quarter. Bowling Green 12, Johnson County 6. We'll be back with the kickoff.
Kentucky is more than just its name, and so are we. You might not know us, but you've seen us all around our beautiful state. To the parents growing their family, we're not confined to a campus or a city. We're people helping people. You might not know our name, but we're ready to learn yours. University of Kentucky Federal Credit Union. Banking, only better.
Vito Tisdale with 2 touchdown runs. It's Bowling. And Bryce Tackett answered back for Johnson County on their only possession of the game. So it's 12-6 Purples over the Golden Eagles at the 40. Takes a funny hop, and Johnson County's going to have to fall on it at the 33.
You know, this one might turn out to be whoever completes those 2.
Could be. Or it could be whoever has the ball last. Or whichever team's defense decides to stand up and take a stand one time. 35 minutes and 5 seconds of football left. Or, how about 29 minutes? Whew! Told you math was not one of my best subjects.
Well, that's your
That's why my ex-wife took care of my book. They give it over from the counter to Bryce Tackett up the middle. 50, 45, 40, 35, 20. 15 behind, a great hustling effort from number 9 for Bowling Green, Evan Spader, who passed the 2 defenders that were in pursuit of Bryce Tackett and made the tackle. He chased Bryce Tackett down and had a 20-yard head start.
It's a battle of the T's tonight, Tisdale and Tackett.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, I have never seen Spader run till just now, and he could be on that 4x100. Good grief, he closed the gap.
Second man.
Belly second man.
Yeah, they did. They faked me out, didn't they?
Well, they give that look, and if you watch Johnson County, he usually will carry out that fake, and they'll bring the second man through whichever side they're going to. They give it off to Cody Rice. Touchdown, Johnson County. And just like that.
Let's tag it again.
Well, y'all think I was kidding? Well, it might be the first one to 50. We've got 24 points scored between and we still have 2:13 to play in the first quarter. Fullback. Oh, they give it off to Rice. Stop. May for the Johnson County Eagles. 4 possessions in the ball game, 2 by either side. Touchdowns and no conversions so far in the ball game. 2:13 to play. First quarter. Johnson County 12. Bowling Green 12. .com.
I'm Marcy Ansley, Executive Director at Lexington Hearing and Speech Center. We've grown into a statewide organization to help communication disorders, both hearing and speech. Traditional Bank has been part of our team since we were in the little buildings over on Ashland. We wouldn't be in this building today if it wasn't for their support. What makes our banking experience unique is outstanding customer service that we get. They have become part of our family. They have become part of our finance team.
Having fun up here in the press box, not only in our section, but teasing with the guys over working the main area of the press box, including the public address announcer. And I said, well, hey, we've had 4 possessions, 4 touchdowns, and we played in less than 6 minutes. Or how close are we? Headley kicks it off here on the near side, coming up and making the was number 20 for Bowling Green, Junius Carpenter.
Thanks, man.
His feet went out from under him, and now 1st and 10 at their 21-yard line. William, I will go out on a limb and throw this out here. This game so far, in the first 5 minutes and 48 seconds of this game, in the first round of the playoffs, you will be hard-pressed to find 2 teams more talented than the 2 we have here in front. Here's a give off to Spader, and he is stuck right at the line of scrimmage.
Future looks bright. There's a lot of good teams out there, my friend.
Well, I agree, but, I mean, I'm talking about these 2 teams and neither giving an inch. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
No,
Tisdale on their first drive, then Tackett comes back with one for Johnson County. It's like 2 heavyweights standing in the middle of the ring just waylaying each other. Counter to Tisdale. Patience. Now ducks it up inside.
Well, I
and
think
gets it over the 35-yard line.
Johnson Central is going to start, targeting, if you will, Tisdale.
Well, one thing's for sure, you're going to have somebody shadow him, that's for sure. Wherever he defensive player may be assigned to him and him only, just to make sure he doesn't get loose. We talk about the speed of Tisdale, but Johnson County, number 25, has shown some outstanding speed himself. We're under a minute to play, first quarter. They give it off to Tisdale, running right. A man at the 45. He's loose again in the open space, and a nice open field tackle by Cody Rice. And Tisdale faced for the second time tonight.
That was a good tackle.
Really good tackle on
really
field. Yeah, really nice run. He hurdled a guy at the 45, and you leave your feet. But as soon as he hit the ground, he was at full stride again, and then Cody Rice and a nice open field tackle. Bowling Green on the move again. They turn, counterplay. Spader, big hole. Gets to the 25. Number 76, Sean Leslie on the tackle for the Golden Eagles. Big downfield to make a play. But Bowling Green, more so than using the straight dive play, William, using a lot of. They fake it to Spader. Throwing for a receiver. He catches it, but he's out of bounds. That was Payne, the quarterback, looking for his receiver. Pick up the number.
Number 2 there.
Number 2, that's DeAndre. And 5 for Bowling Green from the Johnson County 36. A whole lot, 8 minutes. If you enjoyed that, come back. We got another 8 for you. Second quarter on the way on PrepSpin.com.
All S, all P, all O, R T, S.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter, locally owned and operated since 1972.
Kentucky is more than just its name, and so are we. You might not know us, but you've seen us all around our beautiful state, from the farm to the parents growing their family. We're not confined to a campus or a city. We're people helping people. Kentucky. You might not know our name, but we're ready to learn yours. University of Kentucky Federal Credit Union. Banking only.
Well, jokingly, I was asking my partners here, Aaron Rose and William Warfield, over offense in the first quarter of play between these two teams. Johnson County, 8 plays, 124 yards, 149 yards. How about 3 yards of total offense in the first quarter?
There's Tisdale again on the
Goes
outside.
Tisdale around the right side, and he'll be drug out of bounds just inside the 15-yard line at the 14, gain of 18 between the two teams. And folks, so it'll be 1st and 10, Bowling Green at the Johnson County 14-yard line.
How many total yards did Johnson Central have?
Johnson County, they feed Johnson Central High School. They're right next door to each other. They pitch it to Tisdale.
Well, he just has a little bit of something to him.
Cody Rice said, you fooled me. And a loss of 3. It'll be 2nd down 13 for Bowling Green. The first negative play either side. We hope the folks up in the mountains are enjoying this one. So we have WYMT also on board with us. So it's interesting that how much this has generated as far as interest. Tisdale throws on the halfback pass. It is in. Looking for number 18. Actually, number 10, Max Payne, the quarterback, snuck out of the backfield. And Seth Dalton back in defense for. It'll be 3rd and 13 now. Bowling Green can get a first down inside the 5 to get to the 3. And for the first time, a long 3rd down conversion for either team in motion. Payne gives it to him on the jet sweep, swinging right. Gets it inside the 15. Nice. And flags. Every official we have on the field threw a flag.
39 came up with the ball for Johnson Central as well.
Johnson would be that young man, but I didn't see who stuck Spader. Did you see that?
Yeah, that was 39.
Was that 39 too? Okay.
Lost his helmet in the process.
So Johnson made the hit. This is going to be interesting. Every official on the field threw a flag, including the near side official who had to throw it 30 yards. Huddling around the 16-yard line, or actually the 12-yard line, I should say. This is going to be an interesting call here, William, to see what they have. It happened way away from us, and there were a whole lot of bodies over there, but as soon as it happened, so that might be it then. And that would be called an illegal participation if he made a play without his helmet on.
He's the one that made the tackle.
So that's a tough call. The young man just made a play. He couldn't help it. In the middle off. Did it come off, but had he already committed to make the tackle? So he made a tackle without the helmet. What was the official?
I think you're right with the participation.
Called. Now the Johnson County coach wants an explanation. Don't think he liked the explanation he got, but it's a safety.
All I know is I see a lot of people whipping and nay-naying over here.
Yeah, well, I didn't see the play. White hat. Maybe we can check during a break to find out what that call was. Illegal participation without a helmet. Just a safety issue. 3rd and 2 for Bowling Green. Because they break the ball and they give it
Ball
off
on
to
the
the
turf.
to the fullback. He
Johnson.
fumbled the ball, and did Johnson County get it? No.
It's kind of tied up between the two. They're fighting for it, and it looks like Bowling Green comes up.
Recovery. It goes with the offensive team.
Yeah.
Like a keep note on the cover.
Green,
It'll be 5 for Bowling Green. Tisdale all by himself to the right side, timeout, and Johnson County's going to call timeout. So timeout Johnson County. We want to invite all the folks back home at Bowling Green and up in Paintsville, where Johnson County is located, to tweet us out at PrepSpin. That's at PrepSpin, and talk about this game, talk about team season if you want. Ask William a question if you want, since he hadn't gotten asked one question this whole weekend. You've been asked a question, but not directly at you, is what I'm saying. He gave me a look like you know. Yeah, you're the founder. I agree, and I've let everybody know that I have ever talked to over that, and you will be the first one to agree with that. How big that head's gotten all of a sudden. Tiny zinged him that time. That was not me. So, William, I didn't say that. Just remember that. He gets real quiet. You ever notice that? Here we go, fourth down, and we get another whistle and a fifth. Back-to-back timeouts from the Golden Eagles, huh?
Bowling Green had the first one.
Oh, Bowling Green had the first one. Okay, the official point. Back-to-back, we'll keep it right here. 6:01 to play before halftime. We're tied at 12.
It's all right.
That's kind of scary. And it was really bad because he stuck his lip out. That was really, wow. Darren Douglas, Aaron Tiny Rose, and William Warfield with you here on PrepSpin. And if you can't tell, we have a whole lot of fun doing this. We have a whole lot of fun doing this. And we do zing each other quite a bit, but folks, and William will tell this to you too. I'm saying this on the air, but William, I mean, we really do.
Yeah, well, you know, I don't like you too much, Darren. I have to be honest with you.
Well, okay, now where's all my fans at?
Is that like
well,
one of
that's
your
the
chat partners?
That was the young lady, or the lady who asked for my Tisdale coming around the left side. He has an alley. He'll cut it back in and score after evading a couple of tackles at the 5. Touchdown, Bowling Green. 18-12 now in favor of Bowling Green.
Well, we had a prediction on Twitter. They predicted that Tisdale would have 3 touchdowns.
He's got 3 here in the first half.
He's on pace to hit, 7 tonight?
Well, unbelievable.
No, he's on pace to hit 12.
Well, no, maybe 6.
Three.
Maybe 8. But it depends on how many times you get the football.
We'll see.
This is Javon Collins, and he stopped short of the goal line for the 2-point conversion. We have a flag here on the near side of the field. Let's see if it's offside. Johnson County. Nope, face mask against Johnson County. It gives Bowling Green a second chance. Sometimes when I played, William, when you're got a guy sometimes as fast or as strong as some of these players are these days as a defender, Payne, he gives it off on the dive to the fullback. He gets in, 2-point conversion for first of the night. And with 5:58 to play before halftime, Bowling Green 20 on touchdowns and possessions. Back with more on PrepSpin.
Darren Douglas, as we return here to Bryan Station High School for this middle school state championship game, who's the best player you've seen all weekend?
The Dustin, can I give you an answer at halftime?
Yeah, think about it, huh?
See if he tweets us back. That's almost an Bowling Green comes up with it on the far side. Nope. Johnson World did Bowling Green not come up with that?
Here's my opinion on the best player that I've seen so far. These football events with Football University and things like that.
Right.
In my personal opinion, there's two of them. There's one from Belfry, and then there's a Hensley kid at Pikeville, right? Was he the other guy, the other Hensley?
Yeah, Graham Hensley.
Yeah, so there's two Hensley's kid, and both of them, 1 and 2. Tisdale would be my.
Okay, well, let me think about that. Sam, right, was his name? They give it off to the second man through, Bryce Tackett. Tisdale on the tackle. Tackett squeezed out a yard to the midfield stripe, but he second down and 9.
On PrepSpin, go Purples.
Home of the Hokies. Offsides coming up on Bowling Green as they were bringing it all out blitz. Keaton Oldham got a little too antsy and stepped across into the neutral. Second down. Now 4.
Kevin Wallace and Bowling Green. I think he's.
That's Coach Wallace. How you doing, Coach?
Head coach down there. He's sitting to watch the Purples on PrepSpin.
Well, Coach Wallace, how you doing, buddy? Glad you're along with us. I'm sure Coach Jim Matney for Johnson Central is taking a little time off to watch him. And saw him the last 3 years here. I know that.
We need to get down to Bowling Green and do a game.
Bowling Green High School.
Maybe Coach Wallace will have us down there.
That'll work. They give it off on the dive to, I believe that's Rice. He's fired, maybe down about the 40-yard line. Johnson Central for the last few years, William, folks may not be aware, was in a 5A class. They dropped this year.
John Dempsey, the 8th grade principal of Bowling Green team, thanks to PrepSpin for broadcasting.
Well, glad he's watching as well. That's nice that an administrator watches his young students play. Give it off to Rice. He's out here to the side, to the right. He gets inside. Staple of the wishbone running attack is usually the triple option where they fake the dive to the fullback. That's the second most run play out of the wishbone is that belly second man. They'll stick it in the belly of the fullback, pull it, get running in the same hole as the fullback.
And we got on our scoreboard wrong, and it's my fault. It's actually BGJA. Junior high school.
Well, thanks for that update. We appreciate that. They turn, give it off to Tackett. Cuts back in. 5 and dragged down from behind. And that's Spader who caught him again from behind. But talk about how good Cody Rice was in the semifinal game last night. And William, if you remember, it was the same scenario last year. Rice did yeoman's work, ran wild in the semifinal. Came down to the championship game, Bryce Tackett. 3:20 left in the half. Johnson County threatening to give it off to Rice. Runs off the right side. Touchdown, Johnson. Does anybody believe me now when I say first one to 50?
I believe that might be Santa Claus on the sideline taking photos there.
40 points, 34 points on the board pending, 38 points, depending the 2-point conversion from Johnson County between the two teams with 3:15 to play in the first half. Tiny, you believe? I have to give you the answer what Tiny gave me just a minute.
Stopped short.
Tied high, tackled high, and a stop by the Bowling Green. And that was Vito Tisdale. So with 3:16 to play in the first half, we've got a wild one, folks. Bowling Green, 20. Johnson County.
Folks, this is soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's Restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself. Rafferty's a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
back here at Bryan Station High School. Count like clock. Headley, onside kick, a nice tough hop and a nice play on the far side by the number 7, it looks like, Brendan McMichael.
The onside kick thing is where you know it's going to be up and down the field. You got to make everybody work for every yard out here.
I agree.
You
but
kick
these two
that
teams
thing deep in this one.
These two teams went through money. And folks, don't sue me for that comment. I'm just saying. She had a shopping spree for the shop.
That's a nice hookup Tate Smith has watching the game. He's watching it on his big screen TV.
How big?
It's huge.
Just tell us how many inches. My buddy just texted me a minute ago. He said, Darren, he says first are performing and the two offensive units are going up down the field. First one to 60. He's watching on a 78-inch screen television. And to be honest with you, I think my good buddy down there, Keith, is actually in his man cave just so he can go down there and hide out for a while. I asked him what he's doing. He said he's got computer watching this football game. He's got another television and our computer hooked up on another TV down. And he said, I asked him which game is better. He texted back, yours by far.
150 inches.
150 is that what he said?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
He's got a
Yeah,
projector.
that's not a television. That's a movie screen.
Yeah. I've actually got one of those at my house too, a projector.
Only movie screen I can afford, William. It's called a white sheet, and I just put it up and show it on it. Been a minimal gain from both these offenses, man. And let's give credit. Now we have great running backs, folks, in this game. Well, let's give credit to the 5 guys up. I mean, they have opened up some huge holes on each side of this field tonight from both sides. I mean, I'm telling you, some of these holes have been so big that even like huge does not even cover it. Humongous. They turn, counter play, give it off. I think.
He's tough. He'll get right back up.
Javion Collins on the carry. Gets the number.
Hunter
I
McLeod.
give Hunter McLeod the tackle. It'll be 3rd down. Vito Tisdale, he's the right halfback out of this wishbone. Give it off to him on the dive. He'll bounce. Nice open field tackle by Weston May.
They might spot it a little short. They're going to have to measure here, it looks like.
Looks like he got the so they're going to move it. 1st down.
Ooh, I don't think so.
Yeah, that was close.
No, he's going to be short.
Are they going to call?
He's short. No way.
Yep, 1st down.
No way.
41-yard line for Bowling Green. Tell you what, he made that play on his own. That play was designed to go off right guard.
That was a bad call by the official right there by looking straight at that ball, and he's right there. That is directly in front of our camp, and there is no way that lined up to be a 1st down. No way.
Okay. Williams got a better eye than that, and here's a handoff up the middle. Tisdale on the carry.
I mean, it's a line of sight directly across from where we're at here.
Can you see with that glass eye? He talking about the lens. See that?
Hey, no Dick Vitale here, bro.
You gave me a dirty look, and I was talking about the camera lens. No gain for Tisdale. They bring him in motion this time, right to left. Look for him. Nope, they're going to throw it deep, and it's going to be out of reach of everybody. Closest guy to it was Riley Priest, the intended receiver, and Spader. And we know Spader's got some speed because he chased down Bryce Tackett from behind in the 1st quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Tell you what, we've got, folks, they couldn't shoot me out of a cannon to outrun some of these young men on this field right now.
Keep your tweet at PrepSpin. We are checking those out.
Just turned around. I bet this pass play is going to Vito to me the football. Payne brings him in motion. Same play. They dropped the snap. McAfee for it.
33 came up with it for Johnson County there.
Jalen Allen for Johnson County, the first turnover of the ball game. And it comes with 54.4. Don't go anywhere, folks. Because if you do, you could miss 3 scores in that time.
Very possible.
The way this team. So 54.4 seconds to play in the first half. 20-8. Receivers 2 to either side. Tackett, the running back to the right of Priest. Give it off. Big hole. 45 of both 2 big bears just wrestling with each other to 44. And finally, Tackett is brought down to the ground by Tisdale. Numbers up front for both offensive lines. Can we try to figure that out, guys? The offense got to give them their name. Priest back to throw. Runs up. Actually, I think it's 88 Austin Wilder. Trying to figure out the offense. If I can figure out the offensive line numbers, I get these 5 young men that have started for both Bowling Green and Johnson County on the offensive line. They need to have their names on the air because they have opened up some big holes. It'll be 2nd down 10 with 22 seconds to play in the quarter. Priest steps up in the pocket, rolls left, now tucks it inside the 40, and he'll step out of bounds about the 38-yard line. He'll be holding on Johnson County. Trying to figure out, let's see, 53, 475. Back him up 10 yards. It'll be 2nd down, a repeat of 2nd down and 10. I see 74 and 75. I think I do. And 73. I don't know.
Chilly out here. Yeah. That's all I know.
Well, you'll be all right. They throw it out here on the bubble screen to Rice, and he dropped it.
Oh, that might be intercepted.
They said incomplete.
Wow.
Nice hustle by number 88 for Bowling Green, Jesse Wright. Rice. Well, the young men who I think I have the numbers for on the offensive line, in no particular position for the Golden Eagles, number 69. Number 53 is Hunter McLeod. 73 is, well, I don't have 73. 76, Sean Leslie. 74 is Braden Castle. And 75, Andrew Clifton. That's the 5 guys I have up front for Johnson County. Into space at the 30, or actually the 40 to run out of bounds with no time remaining. Didn't get out of bounds in time. 0.2 seconds to play in the first half. Actually, it looks like 68 maybe. Bowling Green again. Tisdale on the stop, 4th down. Now, who got the ball start first? Bowling Green did, didn't he? Yeah, I believe so. Maybe it's Zach Goodwin I saw. Bowling Green and Johnson County, William, opening up big holes in the running game for both sides. I mean, that is where everything starts. Everything being thrown around and trick plays and things like that. But where every play starts is with the 5 guys up front.
Okay, more tweets coming in.
Okay.
Brandon Casey watching. He says Bowling Green just can't handle Central's D-line.
Well, I don't think either group has done on the defensive side of the ball so far. It's been offensive mistakes as far as either an untimely penalty or the turnover for Bowling Green a moment ago. You were there. They throw it long. Boy, Priest had a great arm. Threw it about 45, 60, 50 yards into the end zone. Incomplete. If you enjoyed it, I insist that you come back, but call somebody next door and get them to go over and watch the second half with us. 20-18, Bowling Green for Johnson County. I'm going to unbuckle my seatbelt, sit back and relax, and maybe even tighten another notch or two. Join us back for this on PrepSpin.com.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. every day. No matter where we serve, we take a stand for our nation, for each other. It's all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
I'm Marcy Ansley, Executive Director at Lexington Hearing and Speech Center. We've grown into a statewide to help children and adults with communication disorders, both hearing and speech. Traditional Bank has been part of our team since we were in the little buildings over on Ashland. I think what makes our banking experience unique is outstanding customer service that we get. They have become part of our family. Traditional Bank is passionate about what they do.
Tell you what, we've had so much excitement here in the first half of action. We have half of each team around their coaches on the field. The other Tiny Rose joining us here at halftime as both teams trying to collect their collective breaths because it has been a seesaw battle, number one. Number two, big play after big play. Vito Tiz, big touchdown run to get things underway. Bryce Tackett for Johnson County comes back and says, hey, what you can do, I can do just as good or better. And it went that way. Teams basically made mental mistakes that hurt drives.
Yeah, you know, it started out with a bang. And don't get me wrong, it's probably, but you're right, it did slow down just a little bit there. And those little mistakes, you know, there at the end, I think with 0.2 seconds left, you know, Johnson County had a chance to possibly take that lead. I think with that throw, they just got a little happy. You know, not happy, but they got a little
greedy. A little greedy.
Yeah, a little panic. Yeah, somebody just posted. Her name's Lisa. She said this game is fierce.
Fierce. Well, if she is in the medical field and she's got access to oxygen, I need some. At my age.
We also want to say hello to Jennifer McCoy. She had to miss today's game. She wants to say hello to the KO. She loves all of her boys. Yeah, this just so much going on here. There's so much going on.
Yeah.
You know, before we get to stats, if you notice here, the kicker is warming up a bit. And
oh my goodness, are you serious? Oh my God, hard enough to kick number one for high school and college level kickers. We're watching Blake Headley, the kicker for Johnson County. Now, Johnson County normally kicks extra points. Tonight they've been forced to go for two.
Right, because they knew Bowling Green.
Because Bowling Green is. So we just watched, and he made it easy from 40 yards out.
Yeah.
Now, folks, that's 30 yards on the field, the 10 yards of the end zone. Name. Blake Headley, somewhere in the high school ranks when he gets to Central, or if he does high school there in Johnson County, if something doesn't happen, he transfers somewhere else for some reason.
You may see him.
You may see his name. Well, you may see it tonight, but you may see him.
Yeah, he just
maybe
made
tonight.
that look so easy.
Yeah, he cleared about at least 20 yards.
Yeah,
that's 60 yards. He just
got it to the track, which was another 10 yards. Past
at least
the post.
10, maybe 15. Yeah,
past the post.
Oh my goodness. These are some athletes, folks. I mean, they are young, and people. No. Tell these young men that. Aaron Tiny Rose joining me here at halftime. William Warfield also alongside of us. The stats are mind-boggling.
Yeah, fire away. I want to hear these.
18 in favor of Bowling Green. Okay? Although they have 18-18 on that one stat sheet. I'm going to go with this one. 20-18. 7 first downs for either side.
Okay.
197 yards on 16 carries for Johnson County. 19 carries, 184 yards for Bowling Green.
Wow.
Neither team has completed a pass. Both are 0 of 3. 19 County, 197 yards. 22 plays for Bowling Green, 184 yards of total offense, so to speak. Johnson County 1 for 8, Bowling Green 2 for 9. Now, this is where it gets a little skewed a little bit. Time of possession, 6 minutes, 25 seconds for Johnson County. Throw that stat out the window. It's not going to matter. These teams are going up and down the field like it's 9:35 for Bowling Green. Third down conversions for Johnson County, 1 of 2, 0 of 4 on red zone chances, 2 of 2 for Johnson County. We go over to the Bowling Green side of things, 3 of 5 on third down, 1 of 1 on fourth down. Red zone scoring chances. Rushing looks like this for Bowling Green. Vito Tisdale has almost all the rushing yards. He's carried 10 times, 164 yards, 3 scores, a long run of 76. Evan Spader carries 4 times for 17 yards. Keaton Oldham, 2 for 8. And Javon Collins, 1 for 2. For Johnson County rushing the football, Bryce Tackett has carried the ball 7 times for 132 yards and 2 scores. Cody Rice, 6 carries, 37. Riley Priest, twice for 23. And Brandon Kennard, 1 for 5. As I mentioned, no completing game for either side. Priest 0 for 3. Payne 0 for 2 for Bowling Green. Vito Tisdale 0 for 1. Tackles tonight for Johnson leads the Golden Eagles in tackle with 3. Andrew Clifton has 2.5. And Hunter McLeod with 2 each. For Bowling Green, tackles at 5.5 for Vito Tisdale, 2.5 for Evan Spader. Yes, tacklers in the ball game. How about this? Well, I'll take a minute, just a hair. Take a deep breath.
Getting ready to come back here.
And now I'm getting ready to give you the scoring real quick.
Okay.
6:36 to go in the first quarter. Vito Tisdale from Max Payne, 2 plays, 71 yards, minute 24 off the clock, 6-0 Bowling Green. 4:13 Johnson County answered back. Bryce Tackett, 32-yard run. Riley Priest's pass or rush failed. 5-play, 58-yard drop, 6. Bowling Green then answered back. Vito Tisdale, 28-yard run. Javon Collins, rush failed. 3-play, 55-yard drive, 9 seconds. 12-6 Bowling Green. Back comes Johnson County. 2:13 left in the first quarter. Bryce Tackett, 2-yard run. Weston Mays, rush failed. 3 plays, 66 yards. Remember I said, hey, what you did, I can do better?
Right.
3 plays, 66-yard drive, took 52 seconds. We're tied at 12.
Jeez.
Bowling Green answered back. Vito Tisdale, 8-yard run. Keaton Oldham, a rush for the 2-point conversion. 20-12 Bowling Green, 11 plays, 69 yards. Johnson County answered back off a 6-yard run from Cody Rice. Rice's rush for the 2-point conversion failed. 20 took a minute 44.
I'm back.
You're back.
I am back.
That's William Moorfield joining us here. And William, you just heard the stats, and I had to read it just as fast as they were scoring. Now I'm tired. 8 minutes here in the third quarter. We had onside kick. It goes off the Johnson County player and gets out of bounds. The guy who it hit was Blaine Baldwin. And luckily for the Golden Eagles, it scampered out of bounds. So the Golden Eagles will have it at their own 38-yard line to get things underway here in the second. Tweets, William?
Just the ones that we've already have put out there. But yeah, keep those tweets coming in, and we'll have to stay up all night to answer those. We will do so.
And even for me, please, nice, pretty good size hole on the side. Rice will lean forward, close to the 44-yard line. I think I'll mark it to 43. Give him a gain of 5. It'll be second down and 5. Should have sent out for some hot tea and some lemon juice. That would help my throat tremendously.
Well, they got some honey coming.
Here we go.
I don't know what she looks like.
He said they got some honey. He said, I have no idea what she looks like. They give it off. Rice running behind his right side of his offensive line, and the right halfback, Bryce Tackett, 2. It'll be 3rd and 2 now for Johnson County. And on the tackle for the Bowling Green tackle, he didn't hear the name. Give it off to Rice again. Actually, Bryce Tackett gets the carry this time. It'll be a first down right at the midfield stripe for Johnson County. We're just underway here in the second. And my buddy texted me from Texas here at halftime, guys, said, I think it'll be the first one to 60. I wonder about my boy down there, Keith, sometimes. I really do. Man, and Priest pulled it, actually. And he's going to be dropped for a loss. Said they had a fumble on the play, and Priest recovered it, so it's a loss of a yard. Actually, they're going to say he was down. One time I told an official, I said, well, we cannot tell when you say they were down by a fumble sometimes. Would you? He said, what do you want me to do, stand on my head? I said, please and thank you. And opened the flats, Tackett, but he threw it short of him. And Tisdale was closing fast. It'll be 3rd and 11. Really think sometimes we as coaches, and I'm going to still include myself in that fraternity, I still think the offense coordinators, we outthink ourselves sometimes. With whatever is working, they don't call it the KISS method of offense for nothing.
I don't think you.
No, my boy, that might be you. 3rd and 11, a big play here early in this second half. They give it off to Tackett. He squirms his way through a hole and is going to get knocked down bounds at about the 43, maybe the 42. Actually, they're going to mark it down at the 43. It'll be 4th. And how he squeezed through that hole right now with him, I have no idea. There was not much there.
And that's why they call it the game of inches.
Down early in the 3rd quarter, 20-18 Bowling Green. Johnson County will draw the nose guard.
57 or
Yep.
67, excuse me, 67.
And there wasn't even really a hard count. Billy Larkin was the young man who jumped off to Johnson County. And I believe that's in this ball game. The offenses have earned every first down they've gotten tonight. 4:55, clock given off to the second man through. That is Weston May, who just lowered his shoulder and drove forward for about 2 more. The tackle for Bowling Green, Billy Larkin, and Evan Spader on the tackle for the Purples, who might be the smallest running back of the running back core for Johnson County. And Tackett, 1 carry this series to open the second half. 1 carry for Rice. It's been May pretty much. Right, cuts back to the left, has a crease. 10, 5. Fumbles the ball, but recovers it in the end zone.
Wow, no.
I can tell you now,
He was looking back.
balls were as big as the china used at Christmas. As soon as that ball came flying out of his right arm, it was like, oh no. That was the only analogy I could come up with. I knew where I was headed with it.
This will be interesting. Are they going to go for 2 or are they going to bring in the kicker?
24-20 in favor of Johnson County. We're a little under halfway through the 3rd quarter.
They're going to go for 2.
Yeah, they have to go for 2, really.
The hands.
Incomplete. So 24-20. Johnson County of the second half of this fight. It's Golden Eagles 24, Bowling Green 20. Back off on PrepSpin.com.
There's something special in the air at the university, and constant progress are helping today's students and faculty unleash their potential, discover new answers, open back to others, see new worlds, and become champions. Now, more than ever, it's a great time to be a Louisville Cardinal.
Back we come. Kick off the hands and into the hands of Spader. Brendan McMichael got his 2 in green. He made a nice play on the kickoff late in the first half that took a bounce like that. Spin on it, got off his hands, but Evan Spader behind him to cover up. Good teams do that. They make plays behind each other when one either gets beat or misses an assignment or something, but This one's going to be whoever flinches. This is a big game of chicken.
Speaking of chicken, I want to give a shout out to Nutritious, who's watching down in Johnson.
Okay.
Nutritious Jackson.
Nutritious Jackson.
Tuning in tonight.
Okay. Glad to have her along. Give off. I believe that was space. Hear that one. Did I just hear the public address announcer brought down by a flock of eagles? Creative young man over here on the public address system for us tonight. 3:30 to play, third quarter. They pitch it back to Tisdale. Spins out of a
63.
Was that 63 for Johnson County? That's Blaine Baldwin. 53, okay. Hunter McLeod. And Cody Rice as well. And it's getting a little chippy. Both these teams, you don't think this is not important to both these? This is a big deal for both these programs, not only for the middle school programs, but it is also a big deal for both these high school programs.
Coming up right here, Johnson County trying to make the big stop. Bowling Green trying to push ahead.
3rd and 9. And we're going to get a flag. Keaton Oldham, the running back to the right of Payne, moved a little bit early. So illegal procedure against Bowling Green goes from 3rd and 9 to 3rd and 14. Haven't had a whole lot of 3rd and longs between these two teams. It'll be 3rd and 14. Was intercepted by, I believe that's Riley Priest.
Yep.
It is. Playing free safety as also the Golden Eagles quarterback. It'll be an illegal shift against Bowling Green, and Johnson County will take over Green territory at the 48-yard line. Wow. No turnovers in the first half. No mental mistakes from either side as far as execution on the side in this half. 2:25 is where the clock stands. Blitz, and Tisdale just Cody Rice as he gets the handoff. And he timed that just right.
Hey, speaking of that, we got a ad performed in the rap group Nappy Roots, best known for the hit singles Po Folks and All No and Good Day.
And I had forgotten that. I learned that down at the state championship game with his brother Blue. And I had forgotten his dad was in the group Nappy Roots. So William one-upped me. Daggone it, William.
Wow, that was a tweet that came in.
I don't care. You still one-upped me because you got it, not me. 1:45. Priest is going to change the play. And now they're going to call timeout. 1:39 on the clock. It's Johnson in the third quarter. Back with more on PrepSpin.com.
What if you could do all your banking without ever having to run to your bank? What if you could do your banking from any stadium or city in the country? It doesn't matter who you are or what you do. With traditional banks, online and mobile banking, it couldn't be more simple. Text me while I do away.
Traditional bank.
Timeout was called by Johnson County. They want to make sure they get the right play call into the huddle. With 1 minute 39 seconds, and the public address announcer trying to not only pit these two teams on, but Bowling Green fans and County fans to see who can be louder. They give it off. Nope, Priest keeps it, runs around the left side, over the midfield stripe, 40, 35, and steps out of bounds at about the 31-yard line. Now that was the quarterback. Talked about the belly second man. He stuck in the belly of the fullback, stuck in the belly of the tailback.
Mm-hmm. Pulled it
on both and ran it on himself, and that's what
they called it, right?
Okay, here it comes.
That's that good old Johnson County pool barbecue, baby.
I knew that was coming.
Play they ran.
You're getting slap happy again, aren't you? Guys your age need to get some sleep. Off, I believe that is Rice. Nope, Tackett. He carries the ball down inside the 30-yard. 26 26, maybe up to give them the 27. A minute 10 to go. The offensive firepower. Some good adjustments so far by both Bowling Green and Johnson County's defensive side. 30 seconds to play in the third quarter. And we get a whistle if we have a shoe untied, or a cleat untied.
They're probably wearing shoes out there. It's turf.
Actually, I recommend you wear your cleats simply because it gives way a lot more than the old artificial turf. Do you know the difference between artificial turf and this sports turf, William? But off to Rice on the second man through. He'll get inside the 25, about the 24, maybe the 23.
Well, I know artificial.
It was concrete. Actually, it was gravel on, and then on top of that they put the asphalt down. And this stuff is, you get down to the dirt, then they put a fine gravel underneath that. Bigger rock, then more fine gravel. We'll complete this in a minute. Then they pull it on Priest, coming this way to the right side on the same play a moment ago. Standing up, touchdown, Johnson County.
That was a very, very nice play.
Well, he just gave a little sidestep to the last guy and let him go. Make it 30-20, Johnson County.
We've got some TV stations down in the mountains wanting to see if they can get copies of this game to the local channel.
They sure can.
Well, hold on. They got to give us a call first.
There you go.
They got to let us know. And Bowling Green, we know that Bowling Green's interested in it.
Too. Hey, send me a copy back for whatever they do. I want to see their highlight show. They give it off to Rice. Battles his. Yes. 2-point conversion for Johnson County. Makes it 32-20 at the end of the third quarter. Well, we're still. I'm not going to let anybody let that down. We have 24 minutes in the books. Don't go and come back. Bring your friends. Tie your kids to the chair. Don't do that. But bring everybody into one room. Watch it, because we're going to be in for a. Bowling Green's not done. This is going to be fun. Come back at 30 on PrepSpin.com.
I'm Marcy Ansley, Executive Director at Lexington Hearing and Speech Center. We've grown into a statewide organization to help children and adults in disorders, both hearing and speech. Traditional Bank has been part of our team since we were in the little buildings over on Ashland. We wouldn't be in this building today if it wasn't for their support. I think that we get.
Kick at the 48-yard line. And it's down at the Bowling Green. That's hit 48, covered by number 20. That's Ivan DeBrocki. And the Purples will have it 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line. How about Bryce Tackett and Vito Tisdale putting on a show? 10 carries for Tackett, 147 yards, 2 scores. Vito Tackett.
As a middle school, football wishes the Eagles and Coach Holbrook the best of luck. Bring back.
Timeout.
And
Bowling Green, yeah.
And hold on, Mr. Tackett says this. He's talking to Douglas.
Okay.
He said, how does a player get lit up when the defender only wrapped his arms around him and never took him to the ground at all?
When you get forward progress from a running back and the defender meets him and stalemates him, that's lit up.
That's city talk, Mr. Tackett. That's
not city talk. That's a former football player. If he gets taken to the ground on that same play, that's called a decleater.
Javon Martin says, I remember last year, a great experience. Keep working, BGJHS.
I remember that now. Here we go, Bowling Green, counter. Tisdale, big hole. Ball, did it come loose?
No, he's still got it.
Boy, it looked like it came free for a minute. By number 75, Andrew Clifton. Vito Tisdale. I'll tell you what, no lead safe in this game. You got Tisdale on one side, you have Tackett, and let's throw Spader in there for Bowling Green. You got breakaway speed, big play potential at all times. Payne
On
dropped the
the turf.
football. It's still free. Comes free up.
Wow.
And it's picked up by a Bowling Green player, and I believe that's a lineman that got it.
A lot of hands on it. Nobody really felt.
It was Michael Jones, number 78, one of the offensive linemen that picked it up. Looked like a rugby scrum out. And it got a first down for Bowling Green, so Michael gets credit for a carry. An offensive lineman's dream. Payne back to throw, looking for DeAndre Boyd. It's incomplete. It'll be second down and 10, 32-20. County, we have been treated to.
Hey, we need to give a shout out to the Middle School Football Association too. They fed us pretty good here this weekend.
They kept good care of us. I could use that. Never happened this weekend.
Not a lot of time in between games.
Well, I tell you what, now has room to run. Sidesteps a guy at the 40.
Oh, leaped over one.
And leaped over another one at the 40 to get inside the 40. And we have a Johnson County player shaking up at the 40. And that, oh, my goodness.
Tisdale's down, too.
That's a cramp. That's Cody Rice and Tisdale. Two players that we called out in the pregame to watch are shaking up on the same play.
Tisdale's back up. Let's check on Rice.
He's limping a little bit, though.
Yeah.
That's a good sign. Wow. A whole lot happened on that one.
Yeah, get those boys some Zija.
For an old man like me. But I hope I explained my terminology.
All right, we got some more tweets coming in.
Okay.
You still need that oxygen, Lisa. You say, grab your popcorn. Eagles are now playing their game. Woohoo!
Do I need some oxygen? I think I need some hot tea with some lip. That would help these vocal cords. Well, you said some more tweets. That was plural. You just gave me one. I'm going to go really old school. I'll give you a Wahoo McDaniel chop.
All right. That's pretty good.
Bring up. But I will share this story. I shared this off the air with Tiny a moment ago since we're going to talk wrestling. UCAM, remember Stephen? Last game? Well, nonetheless, Stephen Borden tied in for Kentucky a couple of years ago. There was no secret. He was the son of the wrestler Sting, whose his name was Stephen Borden as well. Stephen Borden Sr. in person at UK. He came in incognito. Nobody recognized him. Of course, he usually has his face painted up, but an hour, really nice guy. Pass from Payne, too high and intended for number 18.
So what would you prefer, a Stinger Splash or the Scorpion Deathlock?
How about neither? One, because my ribs won't take it, and as I am running them down these bleachers. And two, my legs won't take it because I have a bad knee, and that tells me. But what does he know after 10 years of medical school? For listening, I am so sorry.
That's not that long in medical school, to be honest with you. Most
well,
people go a lifetime.
That's true. They're running right. Nice defensive play by Rice. I'm sorry, that's not Rice. 39. That is the Golden Eagles made the first play. Made Tisdale flatten out his. And Bryce Tackett knocked him out of bounds. Third down and 11 with 6:23 to William, because they trail by 2 scores. They have to get in the end zone here and then come up with a defense. They give it off Tisdale. He has room. Blockers out in front. Number 1. Tries to hurdle Cody Rice, then just chucks him away. And Johnson County runs him out of bounds. That wasn't Rice. That was somebody, and Dalton said, no, I'm going to stand straight up. And they just kind of threw a stiff arm out there. 5:55, clock running. I love it. I don't know what he said, but everybody on Bowling Green side stood up and turned around and looked at him. And his comment, everybody turned around and looked at me. Ease it down, guys. We got this. No idea what he said. We need to find out during the timeout, please. Just for my Green, I believe. Timeout, Bowling Green. 5:25 to play. 32 to Guys, we got this. That was I heard the answer. Didn't hear what it said before that. William, not much out of you here in the second half. How about
I think it's, obviously Tisdale's been.
Well, we played it up big. We played it up big here on PrepSpin. And let's give credit where credit's due, though. The game has been very much well worth the price of admission for today.
Mm-hmm.
But Cal just took advantage of a couple of mistakes. I'm sorry. I totally I'm blank. No, but not Pipe. North Pulaski did by a couple of mistakes by Bowling Green. You may have to tell me this after this play. They pitch it back, double reverse. Tisdale running 4th and 4, has the corner. He has the first down. He's inside the 10, and the turf monster reached up and grabbed him. There was no hard line, said, no, I'll come up with a tackle.
So they said there was a concern about the clock.
Okay.
Out there.
Okay.
Referee kept indicating to keep the clock running.
Correct.
They didn't see it down there. That's where the comments.
Okay, I got you. Or did he stop the clock?
No, the clock didn't.
Are they supposed to wind it, or he already tried to stop and they didn't see it?
Was winding it.
Okay, all right. They say he stepped out of bounds at the. No, we have a dead ball personal foul again. So now instead of at the 4-yard line, actually they're going to call a hold, I guess, late down the field. So, or the 1-yard line, they've got it at the. Oh, I was right. Instead of at the 5, they have it at 6. Got a little excited there, a little ahead of myself. 4:55, they give it off. This at the goal line and scores the touchdown for Bowling Green. 32-26. So 4:49 to play. Bowling Green right back in it. 2-point conversion coming for the touchdown. So Bowling Green has point conversion coming. They give it off, and I believe that's Collins. He's not going to, or did he? 2-point conversion's good. 4:49 to play in the ball game. It's now 32. Bowling Green, 28. Come back for the last 4:49 of this one.
Louisville. Investment and constant progress are helping today's students and faculty unleash, open more doors, give back to others, see new worlds, and be in everything they do. Now, more than ever, it's a great time to be a Louisville.
Michael set to kick off here for Bowling Green as the purple's moving left to right on your screen. Receive, and it's going to be a little squib kick.
I'm back with you now, and Bowling Green has it.
Green says they have it. I don't know if that went 10 yards, though.
Well, it didn't, but I think a Johnson County, or I touched it first.
The official's talking it over.
Yeah, that's going to be, and it is Bowling Green football. By a Johnson County player first. And the officials say it is Bowling Green football. Nope. Or did they say Johnson County? The official, the head man pointed the wrong way. It is Johnson County football. I'm sorry, Bowling Green football. 4:49.
I'm just confused.
To play in the fourth quarter. Well, we've known that all weekend, William. Nonetheless, Johnson County player who was involved in that, did you?
No, I didn't.
They give it off Spader. Squeaks through a hole, gets to the 46 of Johnson County. Give him a gain of 7. It'll be second down and 3.
That was a big play right there, though, for Bowling Green.
It was for Bowling Green. Brendan McMichael. Wishbone formation. Double tight end. Fumbles as he gets to the line of scrimmage. He's thrown back And DeAndre Boyd comes up limping for the Purples.
On the hit that brought down Tisdale.
Yep, that's number 53, you said. That was Hunter McLeod. Also in on the tackle at the bottom of that. No gain, 3rd and 3, actually 3rd and 4. Left in the 4th quarter, Tisdale picking his way through. And first down, Bowling Green at the Johnson County line. This game is going to come down to the final seconds. I feel safe standing out on that limb. What about you, William?
I feel cold out here standing on this.
Well, I don't care if you're cold. I ask if you feel good standing out on that limb. Going to go down the final seconds. Counter play, Spader, right side, inside the 35 to the 34-yard line.
And doing it at the right time right now, because even though they trail the ball game, anything scored huge for them.
Mm-hmm. The momentum of this game swinging back and forth, similar to my golf game. About as erratic as.
They really don't have no.
20, and he'll run out of bounds at about the 15 county defender, who was Cody Rice, who was in pursuit of him. But Tisdale, 1st and 10 for the Bowling Green Purples at station. In fact, I think next week, don't they host a playoff game here, William? The high school game is combined between the two teams that we're seeing tonight. They give it off. I believe this is Spader. Up Tisdale again. Maybe a yard. They're going to actually give him 3, so he squeezed out 3 there. 2nd down and 7 for Bowling Green. 2:30 in no hurry, even though they trail by 4. 32-28.
I'd almost take my time. That time off the
I
clock.
agree, but if you're doing that, you got to get into the end zone at the end. Spader, big hole right side, down inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line, and timeout, I believe, called by Bowling Green. 2 from the 8-yard line. No timeout call. They actually whistle the play in, or the play clock to start. Bowling Green, 3rd and 2 from the Johnson County 8. They give it to Tisdale, moving the pile, and they'll get close to the first down. They stop the clock, and I think they do have it. It is goal from the 5 for Bowling Green with 1:36 to play. Timeout on the field, County. It is with 1:36 to play in this one. And we'll keep it right here. We have people tweet about.
There's a ton of tweets
exciting
coming in. We
game.
just don't have time to get to
We'll
them.
just give the most interesting ones. Yeah, we got timeout.
Raider fans tuning in. I want to say shout out to their team, and then Weston may probably run over Ray Lewis, is what they say. And we got a Todd Tackett says, hold your water, Darren Douglas, for 2 to 3 more seconds.
Tackett that played at Paintsville High School.
I don't know.
Need to ask that question. I see he texts, Twitters us back and let us know. They give it off, I believe. Is that Tisdale or is that Collins?
Is 5, number 5.
That's number 5, Keaton Oldham for the touchdown for Bowling Green. The Purples for to 32 over Johnson County.
1:31 left to go in this ball game.
And I'm telling you guys, it's not over. This Johnson County offense has been a little quieter here in the second half. However, remember, we have two explosive backs in Bryce Tackett and Cody Rice.
Well, you know, here's the thing. If Bowling Green fails to get that 2-point conversion right here, Johnson County can kick a field goal if they get in field goal range at halftime.
Blake Headley was warming that right leg up. 1:31 to play. They give it
big 2-point conversion here.
Give it on the conversion. And now Johnson County needs the touchdown to win the ball game. 1:31 to play. If you have to take a break, go get you a drink of water, soda, tea, something, but come back. 91 seconds left. A lot can happen. Back on PrepSpin.com.
Kentucky is more than just its name, and so are we. Us, but you've seen us all around our beautiful state, from the farmer growing his business to the parents growing their family. We're not confined to a campus or a city. We're people helping people, Kentuckians united together. You might not know our name, but we're ready to learn yours. University of Banking, only better.
I tell you what, the PA announcer just said, enjoying this one, then you wasted your money. Because this is an exciting game. I'll take it one step further. If you even watching this at home on your computer, your television, your cell phone, whatever you're watching it on, up and down the field, you don't have a pulse. William, am I right?
You're right. Here's another.
McMichael and I here, I understand why you're trying to keep the two playmakers. He's that deep or kicking it deep, but I got to say, you got to kick that thing deep and make Johnson County drive it.
That was a bad in there. You got to kick that deep and let them work.
And the Bowling Green fans down here just shaking their head as well. But Lois,
time
is not Bowling Green. It's Bowling Green's ally.
Yeah,
you give the ball at the 44-yard line, your own 44 now.
That was just. I mean, let's just be honest.
Give it off on the wingback counter, and I think it's Rice who's wrapped up at about the 43, maybe the 42-yard. In no hurry, they're going to huddle with 1:15, the clock moving. And Johnson in the formation. Here they go back to the original wishbone. They broke the bone and put wingbacks to either side. Now Bowling Green going to call timeout. You haven't shown that formation all night, William, and you go to two wingbacks. You break the wishbone, take both halfbacks and put them at wingbacks. And now would you pull that out? I mean, I know to give them maybe a different look, but
show something.
If it's not broke, don't fix it, right? And now I'm not second-guessing the coaching staff for Johnson County or Bowling, especially me being an offensive coordinator. I was always of the philosophy, on the KISS method, it was keep it simple, and I'll let everybody else add the last S, what that would be.
I know what it would be to you.
And you knew my mother, so you knew what she would have called me. You're right. She said, if it my mother very willing left, cuts it back, and
67
by number 67 for Bowling Green. That's Billy Larkin. And if it wasn't for Larkin's spot, Rice may have taken that one to the house.
Now maybe Johnson Central takes their time here.
55 seconds. Spelly, second man, Rice. Gain maybe 3, and Johnson County going to call a timeout. 46.6 seconds to play. And Keith, my buddy down in San Antonio, I told you on the text, it's going to come down to the final seconds of this. You told me we got 46.6 left. It's coming down to the final seconds.
Well, you predicted that. I predicted that fade pass there.
You did.
Earlier.
You did?
Well,
you watch as much football as we have this fall, William. Even a blind squirrel finds an acorn every once in a while. Raised by my mother and father, but my two grandfathers had some of the oddest country sayings you've ever heard in your life. And I didn't argue with either one of them. They were a mountain of men. 46.6 to play. I said 48.6. I think, is that 6? 46? 46.6. Shots. Back to throw. Looking. Lofting it.
He got him.
Caught. That's Weston May. Touchdown, Johnson County.
You throw over the top.
And Riley Prince, absolute gem. He hit May on stride, right over the outstretched hand of the. And May kept his feet in bounds. Wow.
Well, they were expecting to run, and top. That's the second time today that's worked for an Eastern Kentucky team.
Yeah. And, hey, those that know me, and William, you make fun of me because of talking, I usually come up with better adjectives than that. Wow was the only one I can think of.
Well, that was exciting.
Oh, I don't get it. The clock stopped on the dead ball on the 2-point conversion. Would love to hear the thinking of the coaching staff for Johnson County on that. You need every point you can get. We'll take a break. I got to catch my breath. 38.9 to play. It's Johnson 8. Bowling Green 36. Back in 60.
It's not going.
Holy cow, I tell you what, we have seen everything in this ball game tonight. 38-30. Don't go anywhere. We got a kickoff to have. Headley moons it, and we're going to get offside on the kickoff.
I try to kick it more deeper than that.
Well, I would let Headley go ahead and just whack it. He's got a great right leg. We watched him at halftime of this game.
And if he can kick it into the end zone, let it be a touchdown,
Yeah.
so be it. That's better than kicking it where he was.
Couple of them at halftime just in case that he was needed, and cleared it by. And now you're going to have him moonball it like this and give Bowling Green a short field? Well, number one, you need to find out where number one is in purple. Kick it away from him. Now they, especially number one in purple, to cover it. He made a 6-yard touchdown run in 15 seconds a while ago.
I still don't know. Why do you give
I don't know.
Bowling? Just got a explanation on the knee so that they wouldn't fumble and get it ran back, which is.
There is no 2-point rule in the high school ranks. Once the 2-point conversion is stopped, that's it. Even if the ball is intercepted or fumbled. Payne. Almost intercepted by Bryce Tackett. Hit him between the 2 and the 5. Second down and 10 from the Johnson County. 33.5 to play. That's another rule that I would change in the high school ranks. One is I love to see kickoff returns. Guys bring it out of the end zone. That's one. The other, I don't like putting the ball at the 10 and giving it a 4. Let's go to the college rule for overtime. And is that rule we just talked about? Extra point blocked or interception or fumble return on 2, give them 2. 3.5 to go. I may need to call my doctor and get my heart medicine. They throw deep for Brown. All catch from Brown. If Payne throws that out more towards the sideline, Brown had a step. And I believe he beat Coach. 28 seconds to go. 3rd and 10 for Bowling Green. Now, Bowling Green may not be running the football. Yeah, I think are out of timeouts, aren't they? So Bowling Green is out of timeouts. It's 3rd and 10. But if you have Vito Tisdale, and you have Evan Spader as your backs, those guys can go to the house at any point in time. They bring him in motion. Jet sweep. Tisdale running right. 50. He has a blocker. 40. 35. He'll step out of bounds. We go. He has the first down for Bowling Green. At the 20 or 31-yard line.
I say they run it again.
Tisdale is gassed. He has his hand. Let's give it up to both these teams. Everybody stepping on this field tonight in this ball game has put line.
Tisdale's not gassed at all.
25, or he's getting outside, evades one tackler. Rice had, whoa.
Oh, that could have been a late hit.
Close. Weston May held himself up as he got there. That's about the area that North Pulaski had the celebration. And May looked like he had gotten free on that ice and looked like me on ice skates or roller skates. I can do either one. Seconds to play. 2nd and 8 for Bowling Green at the Johnson County 29-yard line. If you went somewhere and you hear my voice on the replay of this game, shame on you.
Yeah, turn it down.
You need to be fired. Payne throwing deep for Tisdale, and my goodness, he overthrows Tisdale by 10 yards. But he overthrew him by a good 10, 12 yards. It is now 3rd and 8 with 8.3 to play in the ball game.
Yeah, this will probably be the last play of the game.
I think it could be. This could be the business, and you're watching online, you need to be fired. No, I'm kidding. This game was well any kind of fine or whatever you can get at work. Because if I wasn't doing this here, I'd probably be watching it. 8.3 to play. Back to throw, under pressure, throws across the middle, intercepted. And Johnson County will win the football game in a middle school, high school, college, I don't care, football game. Period. You want, give us a chance to catch our breath here. It's going to be a minute. We'll take 60 seconds while the teams get together at the middle of the field, shake hands, and we'll try to make some sense out of this nonsense at the end of the ballgame. 38-36 Johnson County on PrepSpin.com.
Your Marine Corps is to defend the American way of life. Every day, no matter where we take a stand for our nation, for each other, for the proud, the Marines.
Well, we're getting some tweets here, and I want to answer to one question. Yes, I do know football, Todd. Years. And in a game like this, you need every point you can get, to be honest with you. We were all asking that question up here in the press box. And answered. And that's the end of that. Mr. Tackett, I respect your opinion, though. I really do. You all guys ready for this? Listen to these totals. This is absolutely ridiculous numbers. Johnson County 38, Bowling Green 36. 14 first downs for the Eagles, 16 for Bowling Green. Are you ready? Yes. 31 carries for Johnson County, 319 yards on the ground. They have 27 passing yards on 1 of 5 from Riley Priest. 36 plays for the Golden Eagles, 346 offense. Bowling Green, 39 carries, 326 yards of total rushing yards, no passing yards. Bowling Green for 326 yards. On the night, we have 672 in between the two teams.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Really good.
There'll be some high school teams next Friday night. 2 interceptions for Johnson County. Of course, the biggest one coming up on the final play of the ball game. Johnson County, they didn't lose any of those. 3 for Bowling Green, they lost 1. 5 penalties for both sides, 38 yards total yards for Johnson County, 30 for Bowling Green. 18 minutes, 22 seconds of possession time for Bowling Green. 13:38 for Johnson County. 3 of 5 on third downs for Johnson. 6 of 11 for Bowling Green. 0 of 1 on fourth downs for Johnson County. 2 of 2 for Bowling Green. Now listen to this. High school coaches would be very impressed. College coaches would be impressed with this. 5 red zone chances between the two. Johnson County had 2. They converted both. All 3 converted on red zone scoring chances. That's how you win football games. You get in the red zone, you score. Rushing tonight, Tackett finished with the 147 he had at halftime. Cody Rice, 14 carries, 94 yards. Riley Priest, 5 for 60 yards, 1 for 5. That was the ball carrying on the night for the Johnson County Golden Eagles. Green's rushing 23 carries, 248 yards for Vito Tisdale, 3 touchdowns on the night. Evan Spader, 8 carries, 48 yards, 29 yards, and a couple of scores. Passing, Bowling Green 0 of 10 with 2 interceptions on the night. Only 1 completion, but it was a big one for a 27-yard touchdown pass to Weston Ray that proved to be the game winner. Cody Rice leads Johnson County with 5.5 tackles. Hunter McLeod for Bowling Green. Tisdale, 7.5 tackles. Jesse 6. Evan Spader with 4. Mr. Bossman?
Yes, sir.
Well, we mentioned the score was Johnson County got the second half kickoff, drove it down the field, used almost 4 minutes off the clock. They went 8 plays, 62 yards, and with 4:02 left in the third, it was Cody Rice, an 8. And the pass fail from Riley Priest, it was 20 to 8. Actually, it was 20-18 at halftime, but let's see, where am I? Trying to read in the dark. They turned the lights off on us here. And he got another score as time ran out of the third quarter. Riley Priest, 25-yard run. Cody Rice added the 2-point conversion off the clock. 5-play, 48 drive made it 32-20 in favor. Green came right back. 4:49 to go in the game. Keaton Oldham, 16-yard run. Vito Tisdale added the 2-point conversion. 9 off the clock. It was 32-28 in favor of Bowling Green. 1 minute, 31 seconds to go. Keaton Oldham, 5-yard run. Evan Spader added the 2-point conversion. And with 1 minute 6 to 32. But hold the phone. Unexplainably, Bowling Green kicks an onside. It was recovered by Johnson County. And then with only 39 seconds left in the ballgame, a 27-yard touchdown to Weston May for the final score of 38-36. William, I need to take a break for a minute. You catch your breath, really.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get off of the air, man. We need to pack up because they're limited.
We did 12 games in a 48-hour period, and this, for William and I, have been 5 or 6 years. This is fun, but I think the 2000, especially the championship round today, has surpassed the previous.
Yes, sir.
So victorious in the championship, Johnson County's Golden Eagles, 38-36 over Bowling Green. Let's also congratulate our other champions. In Division 2, 8th grade, it was Belfry. In Division 3, Christian Academy of Louisville. And in the 7th grade championship, Northern Pulaski. And Aaron, Tiny Rose, Darren Douglas saying so long from Bryan Station.